Whoa, what's up, family? Welcome back to. See, but I know y'all see it. I always about to say P2O Films, man. I missed that channel, man. I missed that channel. But I think it's law enforcement. Not law enforcement. It's a hating ass clown, and only one person I could think would hate that much, because they figure they got to get rid of the competition. That old school thinking. Got it deleted, even though I didn't shoot a video in a year. But welcome to New Orleans Spill TV. Y'all can see it still pissed me off. But it's all good. I received the comment. I watched the comment. I don't get to the comments much because I do a lot of things. I have side hustles. I have businesses. I gotta live. I live good. I have a nice house. Cause if I would have paid attention, kids, if I would have did my work in school, went to college, got a degree or a good trade when I was young and started dealing with them streets, I wouldn't have to work so hard to live good. But since I do nothing illegal and I do it legally, I have to work hard to live good, to drive nice cars, to live decent house, stuff like that. So when I can see the comments, I see them. And I run across one that said, hey man, talk about the undercovers that like, he said the P word, I don't know if I can say it, the undercover that like them boys, and the D boys and the steppers that love them. It sounded like some type of, it sounded like he giving me a title. You know what I'm saying? And when I first read it, I said, hold up, partner, I know nothing about that type of stuff. But then it was so funny to me and the other people laughing. I said, you know what? I can talk a little about this. I don't know. But I know, in my opinion, where a lot of that stuff stemmed from in New Orleans. The Buku undercovers and stuff like this. I'm gonna say this, man. You have a lot of that in the bounce world, the second era of bounce. Probably the first era too, because it branched off from that. And we gonna get to the D boys and the stepper, because I got one that's supposed to be a stepper. Ooh. Gotta think about it when I mention his name though, because he on his mug crashing out. But the bounce world, and it's evident, you see it now. From what I'm understanding, from what people telling me, the little producer, they be dibbing and dabbing, or they mess with the females that dib and dab with them punks, them undercovers and stuff, and it's like the bounce world, like the chick, I remember her from Periscope, something, BOG, BG Vonnie, and when they sent me that video, bruh, I ain't even watch it, dog. You would think, I said, oh no, I'm gonna cut this off, like I'm gonna catch something from the phone, but I said, oh no, cause I didn't even watch this. I felt bad as hell, sad. I mean, I felt bad, but I do know I'm good friends with DJ Agright. I'm gonna get to that. He told me how a lot of people died, bro, died messing around with them boys undercoverly. They dropped like flies. They dropped. He said, bro, them people dying, bro. And then you got the females that mess with them. So, in my opinion, a lot of that happens in the bounce world. Now, let me tell you something. Before I met DJ, I met DJ Act Right through DJ Easy Ice out of St. Thomas. Older cat, I don't know if you know him. DJ, he DJed for Big Boy Records a few times. I think a comedy show. Chuck used to do comedy shows, used to hire top comedians. I think he used to be at the Singer Theater, or if not, the Municipal Auditorium. Back in the days, he used to hire the one that be with Cash Money. Chuck then hired him, I think, if I'm not mistaken, once or twice. I know Eddie Griffin, stuff like that. Chuck used to do comedy shows, and June DJ one of them, a few other times and stuff like that. June used to be around me and well, we go call them the big boy streets, the whole little crew. He used to be around us. He grew up with some of them from Uptown, right? And I remember he hooked up with DJ Act Right. For you don't know, DJ Act Right made the Anita Baker remix. You know, in the beginning of that song, it say DJ Act Right. I think I got an interview on this page with him. And I didn't know Act Right, and they used to do like teenage parties. They used to throw parties. And I remember me, Slim, and all them used to be like, say, man, why you never invite us to that stuff, man? We want to have fun, because we thinking it's females in that mud, they twerking, they doing their thing, they handling their business. Oh, Lord, we want to see something too. I think he felt like it'll be some mess if we come. We gonna start something. We gonna do this, because we were wild back then. We were some wild boys, man. And didn't care about nobody but us. And one day, at years later, because I'm telling you, he never invited us. That's why I think he did. One day he invited us. It was at the Clearview Mall? It had to be Clearview Mall, right there on Clearview and Veterans. In the back at night, they must have had a hall or something, right? He said, man, why don't y'all come there and chill? I gets up in there. I said, oh, yeah, it's going down, boy. They about to be there, boy, first. We get up. I think I had on a throwback jersey. That mug cost some money. Oh, I'm in that mud decked out. At this time, I had a long dress, mouth full of gold. Me. Oh, it was just me and Slim. Me and Slim. We goes up in there, right? Big Slim. We go up in there. And I see the females coming in. The girls start rolling in. But then I see Ack over there DJing. This time I didn't know Ack. I didn't know him. Ack, Ack used to look weird to me. I could have sworn he had a curly top. He said he never had it. I'm like, whatever. And your boy come up in there. Chuck used to this back during the second era. This way, I think I'm like 26, 27. This way back, I'm 20, something like this. This after the second era Big Boy. I remember when Chuck had the block burners. This even after that. Chuck, they used to do concerts with Gotti Boy Chris. I remember that. That's when we used to be around a lot, because I guess it's the second era, and he wanted to make sure things were straight. He heard rumors about this and that, and I remember Gotti Boy from that. He walks in. Gotti Boy Chris walked in with about 4, 5, 6 little dancers, I'm guessing. And the guy with him had on a little tank top, tight pants. He was like switching, no hair on his face. Oh, I don't know for sure, but I swear to God, it looked like Elm Boy. Not the, it didn't look like the Elm Boy you see now. And I noticed that from I asked Act one time. I think Act do a concert, and I'm like, hey man, that's your boy from back in the days. That's how I know the name. And then I realized, so it's like they walked up in there. And next thing you know, the girls up in there, they like God, they in there, oh, like God, it went to popping. A song came on. Now, I'm not saying the man go that way. I don't know. The boy went to popping, bro. And I'm looking like, what the fuck? What the hell going on up in here? The rest of them go to, I mean, it turned into something like go. It turned to, and I'm looking like, the girl over here, she said, it's a damn shame, man. Huh? They like them girls, just don't know. Them boys do not want them. I'm like, what the fuck going on around here? So now my whole mood, I wish I could stand up and show you how I'm standing. So now my hands in my pockets, I'm looking like, what's going on right here? Then one of them dudes, you know, you know how you see a bad little bro, you like, damn, or you might give a look like, what the, like it surprised you, bro. I'm sitting there looking like this, big slip. I mean, we looking like, what the hell is going on around here? And one of them dudes had a towel wrapped over his shoulder that he with. And he looked our way like, what the fuck? Man, dog. I was coming out with it. I can't lie. I was coming. Hold up, man. Hold up, smoke. Hold up. Hold up, brain. See, bro. That time I learned why this man never invited us. Cause see, they had a record label, Diddy Boo Records. And they like Act explained to me later, man, I'm about the money. I'm going to sign. If you making money, you're going to sign. That junk don't matter to me. Now, Act told me, man, you don't remember when I first spoke to you? Like, I don't remember this, but Act said, yeah. Act said, man, I said, what's up, Smoke Light? You said, man, you looked at me like I stank or something. But you know what? I don't even want to bring this up, man. Why I did that. I don't even want to bring it up. Well, Act was hanging with somebody that I used to always, I used to see this dude all the time. This dude here used to always be with punks. I don't know if I should have said that. Boys. If he had 5 dudes with him, one of them was a boy. And I used to always tell, Slim and all them, say, bro, what's up with this? Why this dude, that's their lifestyle. I don't care, but it still was curious to me. Why this dude, why he always have at least one with him? So Act used to do business with him, had a club with him and everything. So in my mind, and then Act, because when he had a curly top, man, Act used to smile a lot at curly top. I thought I really thought Act was one. So I guess what he's supposed to, motherfucker. And at the time, but no, because at the time he was somewhere and we was arguing with somebody. They messed up money, and yeah, it was about to go down that day. So he just was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Almost really been at the wrong place at the wrong time. So that's probably why I really looked at him like that. But in my opinion, a lot of that goes on in that world. And like he say, I called him a bounce DJ one time. He was like, nah, man, I'm a DJ. I just don't do bounce. Okay, I get it. But you made that Nita Baker remix. And that's what everyone know from all over the world. And that's like a bounce track. But Act was telling me, like I say, man, a lot of them dudes died because of that. That was going on heavy back then. A dude I know named Lucky. He's an actor now, producer. He's Tyler Perry's cousin. Been knowing him. He used to have a record label. To me, he the one changed bounce. Meaning went from gangster bounce, and he was a part of that big change. And it went from gangster bounce to drop it, give me 50, faster, swing them keys and all that stuff. Lucky had that label, but Lucky used to tell me, hey, bro, same thing. June them. Man, I'm about money, man. I'm signing whoever. He had a barbershop on Diamond. Studio next to the barbershop. I used to get my hair cut. Who used to cut my hair over there? Dark-skinned dude with goals in his mouth, dreadlocks. Real dark-skinned dude. I think it was, real dark. I can't think of his name, man. Goals, dreadlocks. Used to cut hair. He used to cut my hair. So did he cut my hair? Or was it the other? I don't know. I can't remember who he's, but I didn't have a haircut. He used to trim me. And my little mustache I had, like I said, I had dreads, long dreads. Went from braids to long dreads. And in the studio, you go to the barbershop, in the studio, you watch who going into the studio and what you see. Full-fledged boys. I don't know if I can say the point word. Boys. You'll be like, what the hell? And like Lucky used to say, hey, bro, I'm about money. That's what bringing the money right now. So, from what I'm understanding, a lot of that undercover stuff was going on then through that. Because you had them dudes messing around with them boys, them producers messing around with them. Then they messing around with them girls. The girls like their music. They go to messing with them and stuff like that. And wop, 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 wop. Nah, Steppers and D-boys. I'm not gonna do it. But if he see this, he probably know I'm talking about him. I'm in OPP, right? Dude, well-known rapper throughout the New Orleans. He in there with him and his little clique hanging. They are somewhere else. No, they on the tip, but they not. Everybody had their own clique, right? They throwing little alcohol. They making little, making they liquor and stuff like that. They doing their little partying, but it's 1 or 2 boys that's over there buying. Dude, tell me, hey, bro, your boy be with that boy right there. I said, who? Who was your boy? The rapper. What? It was a For you think I'm not joking. For who watching this and know, it was the boy was he was like a light skinned dude. I think he was out the sixth ward or something like that, or fifth ward or something like that. But I'm like, what? Yeah, he was in messing with the fucking boys. And he's a so-called, I don't know if he's a stepper. I don't know, but yeah, that's crazy. So a lot of that happens, not just in New Orleans, it happens in Atlanta, it happens in Tennessee, it happens even in Chicago, it happens. A lot of that do go on in New Orleans, bro. So that dude in the comment is, pretty much right on that, man. Especially, let me tell you another thing come from that, man. That diesel. A lot of them dudes, especially in the project, I know two of them. I found out what they was doing. A lot of them dudes be on that diesel, bro, and they'll use them punks for money. And punks used to pay back then. And they'll use them punks for money. And it was a dude I was hanging with, I heard was doing that type stuff. Then I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. But they say, yeah, boy, be up in that project, burning Cali, yo, man. Messing with the punks for money, man. And, he wop, 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 wop. I said, man, y'all lying. I didn't believe him. Come to find out it was true. But that happens too. Punks used to have money. And they used them punks for money. So I hope I can say punk. I don't know how to Google this. If I can't, I'm gonna have to do a whole video. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah. I don't know a lot about it, but I can say something, man. And I'm gonna tell you, it's definitely going on for what I'm understanding. And y'all know I'm not joking, man. A lot of it go on, period. Not just the bounce rail, but that bounce rail heavy. And we ain't talking about the way they live their life. We talking about the undercovers. The undercovers that's destroying people's lives for not letting people know what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that, man. Yeah, that rapper though. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, all right, baby.